dancer, prince of the kingdom, never leaving his handprints on anything that he does. If he ever does anything at all, his dad oversees it all, except the one thing in his stable that could cause him to be unstable and topple over, so he falls. So like appalled and heartbroken, but we all know he was waiting to take it off. But what? He doesn't know what he wants or what he's doing in order to tall over his head. He doesn't even comprehend that he's the reason for his own undoing. Not even the prodigal son spewing his fake platitudes, ungrateful attitude, born into royalty, thinking that'll do. No loyalty or gratitude, no grace, no mercy, a tyrant aiming his insecurities at you. We're subject to subjection, so there's nothing we can do. We're revolved, but we don't want to destroy. We built from our hearts, our homes, our land, tradition, and everything we own. Animosity is something we never would have grown. Opposition to the seeds that were sown for the oppressive disposition to be the sense of submission, like we were property to own. Let it be known, we will never pledge our souls to this heretic, a shameless derelict, a Benedict. My prediction is that he would do anything, but only to his benefit. His ego, like his head is overgrowing, nary a hint of a brain in us or a crown is something he can never take and make it fit. Yelling at the sky, balling up his fist, and shaking and blaming the gods for not getting the prize, forgetting about him, merely faking it. Conquest is the only thing he desires, so anything he sees will put a stake in it. A power-hungry vampire, soon to be an effigy, fighting a hand, put on top of a pyre and sent to the land of the damned by way of retribution made by fire. The difference between your forgery, short temper, and lack of metal is us. Is what we forge in the crucible is beautiful. We temper the metal so it'll last forever. So whether in peace or in battle, it's something you can always trust. Unlike you, it'll never brittle or rust. We follow a creed, a calling, not a decree made on our way. My will makes it so we must, and so we will. To us, it's not a game when blood has to be spilled. I take no pleasure in knowing someone has to tell a wife and a child the father isn't coming home, even when it's an enemy of mine. It doesn't make me smile, waking and walking mile after mile in a living hell. Brimstone mixed with sulfur permeating your soul. So just the memory your nose can never rid of the smell. Empty the well just to have to refill it yourself. The darkness never ebbs, it only flows and swells and fills you like a foe. Even though it's just yourself for whom it tolls, you can never tell. Who can you really tell? The price of liberty is more than you repeating yourself, or something not to protect yourself from swinging or getting beaten until you sound like the broken chime of a crack ringing bell. Tell me, do you believe the story they tell about the being honor amongst thieves, about the being nothing up my sleeve, about me leaving a trail of terrors and tears and windows of fears? The smoke billows whenever I near your heart. What is it that I hear? It's not an angel. I am the herald of death, ready whenever to steal last breath. Heaven, you better hope when I send you is where you're gonna go. Don't make me say I told you so. I made a career of leaving Julius without the Romeo, cause I slay him like I was the plague on top of polio. By the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I promise you that they could say that my first rodeo. I'm a dog. You're the type to bring a black cat to a pony show. If you only knew it, I pretended not to know. The only way you know where to begin is by the gathering of crows. Sparks fly from the heads of barrels, being ready for foes. A legion of foes. It's nothing from my calling. The flows born like oil. I'm toying with the toiling. I'm laughing at the languishing, while the plans are foiling like a dragon. Say my hands are coiling, pulling the sword from the stones. You better hope it don't, cause if I do, you're screwed royally. The whole earth with fresh swords. Where you're gonna be, my voice is in my head. Then Macbeth during Act 3. Not many left that can act where dignity, nobility is went the way of the wisp. Now it's an old wives' tale, like a fable to tell to the children, or a whisper no one dares to utter when anyone's listening. Christening of the times, a gallop for the marching of minds, a torch to the village. We know I left behind a pillaging of everything until I get my village of blood spillage. My village is filling up with the images of ghosts and villains that are from my own mind, known from the days of old before the invention of time. You say look forward even though it's impossible. The same as trying to rhyme. You wanna get off the ground, but the only thing you find is blind. 2020 in my sights behind. Legs are pretty clear when they're kicking you behind. Whatever treasure you lost, you left sitting around for someone like me to find.